Hi everyone, today we'll be working on the corner stop drawing. First we need to know the width, height, and depth of this object. The width is 3, height is 2, and depth is 2¼ We're going to type in the fractions as decimal, so in decimal form. For instance, 2¼ will be 2.25. 3/4 0.75, 3/8 0.375, etc. Now let's go back to our AutoCAD drawing. Here we're going to offset the lines to create the boxes for the front view, top view, and right side view. Also, we need to leave space between the views, 1.25. Now let's take a look at the handout. Here we have an oblique surface and lines A, B, C, D, E, F are parallel. Also lines B, C, and D, E are parallel. This means that these lines will be parallel in all orthographic views. So let's go back to AutoCAD drawing, and our first command will be the offset command. O, enter. The width is 3, enter. So we're going to offset this line here, and height is 2, so enter or right click to repeat the offset command. The height is 2. Select this line, click here. We want to leave space between the views, 1.25, enter 1.25, select, enter, and select, enter. And we're going to repeat the offset command one more time. This time is the depth, 2.25, select, click, select, click. Then we need to draw a miter line on the construction layer. Click here and select the intersection. Then we are going to trim off the remaining lines that we don't need. So TR, hit enter twice and trim off the lines quickly. Okay. Notice that here we have something happening. We're going to fix it and move the right side to its correct location. Okay. Also, let's double check to see, because the height should be 2 and it's correct. Okay. Now we can start with the front view because we have all dimensions needed, and this is the front view. So these two lines will be object lines, continuous object lines. Then we're going to go to right 0.75, then we go down 1, we go to right 0.25, because if this is 1 and here from here to here is 3/4, so this distance must be 1/4 inch. Okay, and then from this corner to point F is 2, so we should be able to draw line AF in front view. Okay, and then we continue. So from here we go up 0.5, we go to left 1, go up 0.5 and connect to point A. So back to AutoCAD drawing, we're going to select the object layer. We can quickly select these two lines and change the layer to the object layer. And at this point I would erase these two lines, okay, and draw a line from here 0.75. Also we should turn on ortho, F8, OSNAP, F3, and OSNAP tracking, F11. So line enter from here, 0.75, down 1, 0.25 to point A. Then line enter, we can hover on this point and move the cursor to right, type in 2, and here's point F, connect to point A. Line enter, click here, 0.5, left 1, up 0.5, and select point A. Then we have two hidden lines here, so we can offset this line 0.375, select, click, and this line should be a hidden line, so select the hidden layer, and hidden layer, we're going to draw a line from here to here, and we're done with the front view. Now I'm going to select the text layer to label my points so I can use the letters when I talk about the points. You guys are not required to label them, but you can practice. So text, and then we can either type the word text completely or use the AutoCAD command alias DT, enter. Specify start point, we're going to pick a start point. Text height should be 1/8, 0.125, enter. Rotation angle will be 0, enter. And here A, caps lock A, point B, point C, D, E, and F. Enter, enter. And we should not place the letters on the object lines. Okay. So here we might want to move the name of the views down a little bit. Okay, and this one should be centered anyway. Okay, so next we might want to start with the object layer, and we might want to start with the right side view. We can change these three lines to the object line. Here right side is this side, so we see all these points on the same line on the left side, and then we go 0.5, 3/8, 1.25, 3/8, 0.5, go down all the way and pick this point. Okay, and then for this part we need to offset this line 3/4 and then 3/4 to get to point E. Once we find point E, we can draw a line from point E to the top edge or to this level to find point D, and then trim off this part. So here we have the dashed lines that are like imaginary lines for us to see that an extension of line ED would be would arrive at this intersection on this level. Okay, so back to AutoCAD drawing and look at the handout. Now we're going to erase this line, and on the object layer draw a line from here 0.5, 0.375, 1.25, and here we're going to hover on this point and project it to left and pick it. Then we'll have another line here. So we just go with cursor on those points, but we do not click. But here we do click. Then we're going to offset this line. So offset 0.75 from here to here. Offset again. And draw a line from point E to the intersection of this line and this line. Then trim off this part and this part and select the lines and delete them. I'm going to copy some of these letters and turn off F8 and F3. So here's point E and here is point D. Okay. Also, we know that lines DE and BC are parallel. This means now that we have found ED, points ED, if we find point B, we can copy this line from D to B to find point C. So back to AutoCAD drawing. Okay. And so object layer. And here we might simply select these lines and change the layer to the object layer. Then offset 0.75 from here to here. Offset 0.5 from here to here and from here to here. And then trim the remaining part. Then we're going to select the construction layer to project point A, and we need to turn F3, F8 back on. So from here to here, point A, and point F would be from here to here. We also need to know point E, so we're going to draw a line past the miter line and then pick the intersection and pick this point. This point is point E. This point E. And here is point F. Okay. Then we can draw a line from F to E. Okay. And this line, for now, we are going to extend it. So we know that lines FE and AB in top view should be parallel. They are parallel. And then CD parallel. So go back to AutoCAD drawing, and now we have FE. We can copy FE, select, enter, specify base point, pick point F, and then pick point A. So here's point A, and here is point B. Alright, so it seems that points B and E are on the same line. Okay, knowing this will help us because we know BC and DE are parallel, so we can copy line DE from D to B to find point C. That's point C. Now we should trim off this part. Please zoom in to trim off the lines completely. Then we're going to select the construction line, construction layer, turn F3, F8 back on, pass the miter line, and draw a line, and that's point C, which will be on this line. We also need to know point D to this point. Then copy line FE from E to D, and that point will be point C, because here we found point C. So here is point C. And here is point D. Then we should trim off this line. Okay. Oops. Undo, not this one. Okay. Also, we need to draw an object line on top of this line from here to point C. Okay. Then from here, actually we need to project this line as well. So line, enter, pick this point, and click here, pick this point, and F8 back on, so to draw a straight line. We're going to disconnect this part and also trim off these two lines, and the rest should be placed on the object layer. Okay. So now we're done with all views. If we turn off the construction layer, all the construction lines will disappear from the drawing, but they will remain in a drawing in case we need to correct the drawing or go back and work on the drawing. We can turn the construction layer back on. So, but now we're going to turn it off. And the views are correct. Double check our work. Lines A, B, C, D, F, E are parallel in top view. Here we should label these points as well. So I'm going to copy point A to here and point B to here. So lines A, B, C, D, and F, E are parallel. Here they are parallel as well. So we're done drawing the views. We're going to switch to Layout tab and use the ATE command, enter. We have to make sure we're in paper space when we edit the title block. So ATE, enter, select the title block, and enter your name, please, class time, date, and scale of this drawing is 1:1, so we have to change NTS not to scale to 1:1. Drawing number is shown. Always zoom extends before printing. That way, if there is any additional object outside the border, you can see and erase them, and then you can print your drawing correctly. Set the layer to 0 and save it. Please save in your student folder. So save as, and then save it in your student folder. And finish. Hope it helps.